Mysteries of the famous Episode 4 Albert Einstein.
Einstein's genius and the stars. How astrology predicted his scientific breakthroughs.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're stepping into the incredible world of Albert Einstein. You know, the genius with the wild hair and the famous E=mc² equation that turned science on its head. But this isn't just about physics. We're also uncovering how a renowned astrologer, Evangeline Adams, predicted his groundbreaking discoveries using his birth chart. Curious? Stick around as we explore Einstein's life, his mind-blowing contributions, and a cosmic prophecy that came true.
Einstein's early life.
Albert Einstein entered the world on March 14, 1879, in Ulm, a small town in southern Germany. His parents, Hermann and Pauline Einstein, were a middle-class Jewish couple running a modest electrochemical factory. Little Albert was a quiet kid, often lost in thought. He didn't speak until age 3, which freaked out his parents a bit, but it was just a sign of how deeply he was soaking in the world. Growing up in Munich, he was surrounded by his dad's gadgets and his mom's love for music. She played the piano beautifully, sparking Albert's lifelong passion for the violin.
Struggles and triumphs in education.
School was a mixed bag for Einstein. He wasn't your typical straight-A student. His teachers loved drills and memorization. But Albert? He wanted to know why things worked. That curiosity got him in trouble sometimes, but it also set him apart. At 12, he taught himself algebra and geometry from a book, and by 16, he wrote his first scientific paper about light. Crazy, right? He flunked his first shot at a university entrance exam, but he didn't give up. He studied physics and math at the Swiss Federal Polytechnic in Zurich, where he met Mileva Maric, a brilliant fellow student who'd become his first wife.
The theory of relativity.
Let's jump to 1905, Einstein's miracle year. At just 26, working as a patent clerk in Switzerland, he dropped 4 papers that shook the world. The big one? The theory of special relativity. It showed that space and time aren't separate. They're woven together, and the speed of light stays constant no matter how fast you're moving. Then, in 1915, he took it further with general relativity, saying gravity is the bending of space-time by mass. This predicted wild stuff like black holes and gravitational waves, things we've only recently proved. Einstein wasn't just thinking, he was rewriting reality.
The photoelectric effect.
Another gem from 1905 was his work on the photoelectric effect. Picture this. Light hits a metal and electrons pop out. Einstein figured out that light acts like tiny packets of energy called photons. This cracked open the door to quantum theory, showing light can be both a wave and a particle. It's not as famous as relativity, but it won him the Nobel Prize in Physics in 1921. Yep, not relativity, the photoelectric effect. That's the discovery that sealed his scientific stardom.
Einstein's Nobel Prize.
Winning the Nobel Prize was a game-changer for Einstein. Suddenly, the quirky guy from the patent office was a global name. But he didn't kick back and relax. He kept digging into the universe's mysteries, dreaming of a unified field theory to tie everything together. Outside the lab, he spoke up for peace, civil rights, and justice. His voice carried weight, and he used it. That mix of brilliance and heart made him more than a scientist. It made him a legend.
Evangeline Adams, the astrologer.
Now, let's meet Evangeline Adams, a superstar astrologer from the early 1900s. Born in 1868, she turned astrology into a household name in America. She advised everyone from Hollywood stars to Wall Street moguls like J.P. Morgan, who supposedly wouldn't make a move without her charts. With her sharp predictions and larger-than-life charm, Adams became a sensation. And yes, Albert Einstein was one of the minds she studied through the stars.
Adams and Einstein.
Their paths crossed in the 1920s, when Adams was at her peak. Einstein, always open to big ideas, let her peek at his birth chart. Adams wasn't just guessing. She was known for detailed, spot-on readings. Looking at Einstein's stars, she saw something extraordinary. A cosmic blueprint for a scientific revolutionary. She pointed to specific placements that hinted at his future breakthroughs, blending astrology with destiny in a way that's honestly pretty mind-blowing.
Mercury in Aries.
One standout in Einstein's chart, according to Adams, was Mercury in Aries. Mercury rules the mind, how you think and communicate. In Aries, a fiery go-getter sign, it's all about bold, fast ideas. Adams saw this and said, "This guy's brain is a spark plug." She linked it to his ability to challenge old-school science and dream up concepts like relativity. That Aries energy gave him the guts to say, "What if everything we know is wrong?"
Uranus in the 9th house.
Then there's Uranus in the 9th house, a placement Adams couldn't ignore. Uranus is the rebel planet, tied to innovation and aha moments. The 9th house covers higher learning, philosophy, and big-picture thinking. Together, it's a recipe for someone who'd flip science upside down with radical ideas. Adams saw this and predicted Einstein would bring revolutionary insights to the world. And boy, did he deliver.
Other astrological elements.
Adams dug deeper. Einstein's sun in Pisces added imagination and intuition. He felt the universe as much as he calculated it. His Sagittarius rising gave him a thirst for truth and adventure, always chasing the next big question. With Mercury in Aries and Uranus in the 9th, it was like the stars handed him a map to genius. Adams pieced it together. This wasn't just a smart guy. This was a visionary destined to change everything.
The prediction.
So, what did Adams conclude? She predicted Einstein would make pioneering scientific discoveries that would reshape the world. His chart screamed restless curiosity, revolutionary thinking, and a knack for seeing what others missed. She even noted his Mercury's connection to Saturn, suggesting disciplined, structured ideas behind the wild creativity. And she was right. Relativity, quantum theory, you name it. Einstein's work proved her starry vision spot on.
Einstein's personality.
Let's talk Einstein the man. He wasn't some stuffy professor. He had a goofy sense of humor. Think bad puns and playful debates. He loved playing the violin, often losing himself in Mozart to unwind. And he cared deeply about people, speaking out against war, racism, and oppression. Once, he was offered the presidency of Israel and said, "Nah, I'm good. "I have no special talent," he claimed. "I'm just passionately curious." That curiosity? It was his superpower.
Einstein's musical sanctuary beyond equations.
Music was Einstein's sanctuary, a place where his mind could wander freely beyond equations and theories. From a young age, he was enchanted by the violin, a gift from his mother. He'd often lose himself in Mozart's sonatas, finding solace in the melodies. "If I were not a physicist," he once said, "I would probably be a musician." His violin, nicknamed Lena, was his constant companion, even during his travels. Friends recall him playing Bach to clear his thoughts before diving into complex problems. For Einstein, music wasn't just a hobby. It was a bridge between the logical and the mystical, a harmony that mirrored the universe's own rhythms.
Einstein's legacy.
Einstein's mark on the world is massive. His theories power everything from GPS satellites to black hole research. He's the poster child for genius, wild hair, big ideas, and all. Quotes like "imagination is more important than knowledge" still inspire us to dream beyond the textbook. He didn't just solve equations. He showed us that asking "what if" can change history. Over a century later, his work still lights the way for scientists and dreamers alike.
Conclusion.
There you go, Albert Einstein's epic journey from a quiet kid to a scientific titan, plus the wild twist of Evangeline Adams predicting it all through the stars. It's a story of genius, grit, and maybe a little cosmic magic. Thanks for hanging out with me on this trip through time and space. Loved it? Smash that like button, subscribe, and let's keep exploring the universe together. Catch you in the next one!
After exploring Albert Einstein's brilliance and the prediction in his birth chart, what do you think? Does a birth chart really shape our destiny? Or is it just a cosmic chance? Drop your take in the comments.
Hello amazing viewers, this is Sarah, your host at Mazoochi YouTube channel. Ever wondered what astrology is and what astrologers do? Well, astrology is about how stars and planets shapes our lives based on their positions when we were born. Astrologers make a chart to predict what might happen or explain who we are, guiding us with these starry signs. Now, you've got something exciting, a thrilling 18-part series. Each episode dives into a famous real-life figure, exploring a jaw-dropping prediction by an astrologer and based on their birth chart, predictions that came true. It's all documented, wild, and mind-blowing. Oh, and one more thing. Astrology has its own supporters and skeptics, and we respect all views. We are just exploring a fun channel to explore the possibilities. Plus, to make these videos even more exciting, we have used AI to amp up the storytelling in a totally captivating way. Let's dive in. Join Mazoochi!